Representative Pam Myhra is looking ahead as her term as a member of the Minnesota House comes to a close. The Republican, first elected in 2010, will not be running again to represent the constituents in Savage and Burnsville in the legislature. Representative Myhra says she will miss the relationships she has formed while serving in the House. She explains why she is stepping down.
Representative Myhra, thank you very much for joining us.
I'm happy to.
Can you tell us why you're not running for re-election in the fall?
This last February, former Minority Speaker Marty Seifert asked me to be his running mate for Lieutenant Governor, and I accepted that, and so I am focusing on that campaign.
What areas in the legislature did you want to focus on during your time here?
The area that I focused most on was education, and that's because of my personal background. I spent 5 of my first 6 years of life in Latin America. And when my family came back to the United States when I was 6 years old, I spoke Spanish. That was my first language. I really struggled in school, and I actually did not learn to read anything at all until 5th grade. And then I had a phenomenal teacher who taught me to read, and in 5th grade I gained 5 years, 9 months of learning. And so the area of literacy is just really huge to me. Having effective teachers in the classroom is very important. So that is probably the area that I focused most on, though I had a number of chief authored bills that were in other areas as well.
Well, you were talking about pieces of legislation. Is there one that you would pinpoint that you were most proud of?
Yes, it would probably be my transparency bill that I chief authored. In 2012, there was a situation in my House district where an HR director was let go and was paid over $250,000, and the public wasn't allowed to know anything about it because of statute at the time. Stakeholders had tried to amend that portion of statute with no success for 17 years, and I chief authored a bill that would change the definition of a public official and allow for disclosure so people could find out why public employees were leaving their jobs and being paid large sums of money. In 2013, we came back and worked on that bill again, tightened the language, clarified it. I've been told by stakeholders that it's working well. And in 2012, as in 2013, my bill was unanimously voted in the House here, and it was signed by the governor.
What surprised you the most during your time here in the House?
What surprised me most is quite clear, is that we can work together across the aisle. And I really enjoyed the process in committee. You know, you come to the House with ideas from your constituents or your own ideas, and you want to write legislation. But then you have the committee process, which actually strengthens the process. It is a vetting process, and there might be some issues that you never considered. And so as it goes through that committee process, it's really good. And I found that people on both sides of the aisle assisting and helping and making my bill stronger. And I had 2 bills that were chief authored by me in 2012 and 2013 that were both unanimous and were signed by the governor. And I think that that happened because of that process of vetting and collaboration working across the aisle.
Representative Myhra, is there anything else you'd like to add?
It has been just an honor and a privilege to be here these last 4 years. I am so thankful for the experience, the opportunity to serve my community.